Life's a crazy roller coaster. Just when you start thinking to yourself that if you have to live through one more day of it, you'll go over the edge completely, bam! Out of nowhere, you find yourself waking up in an alley with your pants around your ankles. Call me sentimental, but that's the kind of thing that can restore a man's faith in humanity. I was having one of those days that makes you wonder whether being a premature ejaculating kleptomaniac private detective with a drinking problem was worth the hassle.
The breakfast of champions. I'm Jasmine Griffin. I need your help, Mr. Patterson.
Here's to you walking into my life, baby. I'd offer you a drink, but I just got the one bottle. Why don't you put it in park, sunshine?
Because I don't want to ruin my clothes or catch something.
My maid's a quadriplegic with glaucoma, but I don't have the heart to let her go.
That's not true.
I know.
My fiancé has been murdered. I want to know who did it.
You don't seem too broken up about it, baby.
He wanted a trophy to show off. I wanted the lifestyle that came with his pocketbook. It was business all the way.
Then why give a damn someone punched his ticket?
I had the good life lined up, and someone took that away from me. I want to know who that someone was.
If I didn't know better, and there's a pretty good chance I don't, I'd say you wanted me to find this guy so you could exact some retribution.
Do you have a problem with that?
Toss in an extra C note and I'll hold the son of a bitch down for you.
Are you that hard up for cash?
Nothing a video camera and a few runaways couldn't fix. But that's between me and my court-appointed psychiatrist. So did this stiff have a name?
Van Vandervan. Vance Van Vandervan.
Is that the same Vance Van Vandervan that worked at the Scott Baio Museum of Fine Art?
You knew him?
He was mixed up with Tommy Rubella. My guess is he was taking swimming lessons from the wrong instructor. And someone decided he'd look better walking a different dog.
You've got a unique way of talking.
What's that supposed to mean?
Stupid. And confusing. Like you don't understand a lot of the words you use.
What's that supposed to mean?
Are you taking the case or not?
I'll need $712,000 in fives.
I'll give you $400 now, and another $600 if and when you figure out who killed my fiancé.
Tell you what, make it an even grand for the whole burrito and we're in business. But I want 40% up front.
The money's in here, along with all the information you'll need to get started.
So how was my old pal Vance killed?
We were having a cocktail party for some of our closest friends. We'd retired to the drawing room for drinks. Everything was perfect. Music, caviar, champagne, and a couple of homeless people we'd bust in for entertainment.
And Martha Stewart thinks she knows living.
The night air echoed with laughter and conversation. The usual things. Money, country club gossip, making fun of the homeless people. You must think me awful. But it sounds worse than it was. They couldn't hear us from the roped-off platform they were sitting on. And, well, you know, they were poor and destitute. So I'm sure they had more on their minds than what a few rich people were saying between courses of hors d'oeuvres and expensive champagne. What the hell do you think you're doing?
Sorry about that. My knee gave out. It's an old snooker injury.
Look, maybe this was all a big mistake.
Yeah, you're probably right. But I ain't giving the money back, so you may as well go through with it. Now, how was your fiancé killed?
I was getting to that. Everyone was in good spirits and laughing. And then suddenly there was a power outage, and everything went black. A gunshot rang out. When the lights came back on, my fiancé was dead. The police ruled it a suicide because her shift was almost over, but I don't buy it. Vance just had his nipples pierced. It doesn't make sense that a man would go to that much trouble if he was planning on killing himself. One, maybe, but not both nipples. Will you take the case?
I'll take it wherever I have to take it and back. If that's what it takes to take it.
What's the next step?
Another party. We're gonna reenact the scene of the crime. Set it up for tomorrow night.
I thought that was something they just did on second-rate television cop shows, when the writers were too lazy to think up decent plot lines.
Did Columbo ever not solve a case?
No.
Then I guess I'll see you tomorrow night, dollface. Jasmine Griffin. The name had a ring to it that massaged me in all the right places. I wasn't used to life on her side of town, and I didn't cotton to the idea of becoming the gossip fodder for their next shindig because I didn't know which fork to use. Or because no one liked my 6.5-hour epic mime routine depicting the intellectual and spiritual awakening of Bob Saget. I decided to call in a little backup.
What's the occasion?
It's a good thing you're sitting down, Sparkle Pants. Because old Butchy's about to make your day. You and me, fancy dress cocktail party, tomorrow night?
You never learn, do you, Patterson?
If not, learning means hearing the same thing over and over again and not paying attention to it or understanding it. And baby, you can call me not learning. So how about it?
I don't think so.
Maybe this will change your mind.
Oh my God!
Yeah, sorry, that's the wrong envelope.
Why would you take a picture like that?
Some guy dared me.
What's this?
It's the guest list from the party where my client's fiancé was killed. I'm gonna reenact the scene of the crime. Except for the killing part.
And where do I fit into this ill-conceived little scheme of yours?
Read the last two names on the list.
Tommy Rubella and Debbie Hitler.
Well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow night. I'll pick you up around 8.
You don't have a car.
Well, I guess we'll take yours then.
Patterson!
You're late.
I got held up.
By what?
The police, 2 mall security guards, and the clerk at Lingerie World. This here's Blanche. She's my date.
Hi. We're just friends.
Not what you call conventional, is he?
Butch is more what you'd call an idiotic anachronism. But he has a way of growing on you.
Like a fungus if you're not big on hygiene.
Shall we join the party?
What the hell are they doing here?
It would seem our friend Jasmine has something up her sleeve.
We're walking a fine line, Tommy. Patterson's as stupid as a fence post, but that Blanche du Maurier, we have to be careful with her.
Relax. Police ruled it a suicide. Without a crime, there can't be any criminals. I want you to have a little chat with our old friend, Butch Patterson. I want to know everything Jasmine told him, and everything she suspects.
And what are you going to do?
I'm going to refresh my drink, then have a little chat with our grief-stricken host. Jasmine, dear, I was given to understand that this would be merely another friendly get-together. I thought perhaps to help you over your grief. Your new friends lead me to think that you have ulterior motives.
Somebody here killed Vance. His death has placed quite an economic burden on my shoulders. I'm just looking to you for a little comfort.
We've had this discussion already. As I recall, you weren't happy with my proposed solution.
I thought the extra time would have cleared your judgment.
My guess is that Vance found himself in over his head in business and decided to simply end it all. The police ruled it a suicide.
A conclusion I'm sure you paid handsomely for.
But you can't buy everything.
Oh, but I could buy you. Isn't that what you're proposing?
What I'm proposing is a business arrangement that would allow you to avoid all the ugly publicity and humiliation that comes with a long trial and a life sentence for murder.
That sounds like blackmail.
It is.
Woman as beautiful as you shouldn't be alone. I'm Norman Jacobson. I'm the richest man here. Does that excite you?
Not particularly.
Have you ever made out in the back seat of a Rolls Royce? Oh, I have. Plenty, because I own one, that's why. I got $7,000 in my pocket right now. These other guys, I guarantee you, $2 grand tops. So you want to go see my car?
I have to go. It's been nice listening to you.
Me double-crossing you. All the lies. My husband trying to kill you with a pickaxe. It wasn't personal, Butch. I like you. Another time, another place. Who knows? We could have had a shot at something.
Don't sweat it, baby. You ain't the only fish in the sea.
Can I take it then that you're involved with someone?
Maybe you haven't noticed how handsome I am. Don't worry about old Butchy here. He ain't hurting in the lady department.
I saw you talking with Jasmine. Is she a new friend of yours?
Yeah, we go way back.
She's an emotional wreck right now. Vance's death and everything. She's not thinking clearly. I assume that's why she hired a private detective.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, lady. Now, if you'll excuse me. I have to get another tray of drinks.
What would it take for me to persuade you to drop this case and give me a second chance?
$9 and a hand job.
quite a run of bad luck you've been having. Harry Coltrane, the man in the broken arms apartment, and now your friend and business acquaintance, Vance Van Vandervan. Gives pause for thought. I'm a hopeless optimist, though, so I tend to believe in things like coincidence and bad luck. Someone more cynical might think otherwise.
Is that a threat?
Just an observation, Tommy. I can't help it. Reporter's instinct, women's intuition, and all that stuff.
This is between me and Tommy.
Anything that involves Tommy involves me. You don't know him like I do. He is not the type of man that abides extortion.
Vance was a lot of things, including intensely paranoid. He was always afraid someone would break into our house and steal his precious art collection. That's why he installed the state-of-the-art security system that surrounds this place. It's a marvel of bells and alarms and video cameras. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every square inch of this property is recorded and saved for the ages. Usually it's just endless hours of footage of birds and squirrels or the gardener sneaking naps. But occasionally, the cameras capture something really startling.
What do you want?
Tommy is aware of my needs. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go check on my new friends. I haven't had a chance to have a good heart-to-heart chat with them yet.
I don't think they got it. You know how my walking into the wind represents Bob Saget's eternal struggle to get over his prolonged exposure to the Olsen twins?
Well, maybe next time. Hi, I saw you talking to Debbie. Did you find anything out?
Hey, ease up with the jealousy bit, lady.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Don't know what came over me.
A little bit of the old Butch Patterson magic, baby. But don't sweat it. You're not the first dame to go weak in the knees over this package.
Did you find anything out?
She's still sticking to that suicide rap. What about Rubella?
The same, but he was lying. Just don't know how I'm going to prove it yet. Hold on, here comes Jasmine.
So, what's going on? I was expecting more activity, something more dramatic.
Well, obviously, you don't know how a dick works. Maybe when this is all over, I'll show you.
Is he always like this?
Yes.
I saw you talking to Tommy. Do you think he was involved?
I'd stake my reputation on it. Proving it's another thing, though.
Now what do we do?
Let's just keep talking. It seems to be having quite an effect on certain of your other guests.
She's bluffing.
I don't think so. And I'm not sure I like the odds on gambling to find out.
If she really does have the tape, it won't end here. 6 months down the road, a year, whenever she needs money, she'll show up and dangle it in our face.
Play along for now. Consider it an investment in our future. Once the heat dies down, we'll make sure she won't be able to resurrect this little nightmare.
You really are a ruthless woman.
I'm just thinking of the big picture. Jasmine Griffin is an unexpected detour that will be dealt with in due course. Just like her late fiancé.
We can't afford too many more detours.
Do you want the honors of consummating the deal, or shall I?
It would be my pleasure. I hate to tear you away from your friends, Jasmine, but I wonder if I might have a word?
Excuse me.
Something's up, Patterson. I can feel it.
Sorry about that. Someone must have slipped some Viagra into my drink.
That's not what I meant. I think Tommy's gotten to Jasmine. Bitch.
Mr. Patterson, Now that I've had time to reflect on my fiance's unfortunate demise, I've come to the conclusion that the police were right. Vance took his own life. I will no longer be in need of your services.
I still get paid though, right?
I'll have it delivered to your home first thing in the morning. It's a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Maurier. Now, I hate to be a rude host, but the events of the past few days have gotten to me. I'm afraid I'm going to end the party now and bid you good night. The staff will see to your coats. Good night.
Damn it! We were so close.
Let's go see if we can catch last call.
So how did it go?
Hook, line, and sinker.
The perfect plan.
The start of a perfect plan. It's a good thing you're so damn paranoid. Otherwise, you might be dead.